Do you ever get the feeling of being transported instantly back to your childhood when you hear the word PlayStation? These days, we mainly use acronyms to refer to our consoles like PS5 or PS4, but there's just something about hearing the word PlayStation that sends me right back to being a kid, pressing the eject button, seeing that lid lift up, grabbing Tekken or Simpsons Wrestling out of its case, popping it into the console and pressing the power button and hearing the iconic loading screen sounds. Back then, you didn't have the debate about digital or physical gaming, it was just gaming. You also didn't have options of digital or physical consoles, you just had the one. But in 2025, PlayStation buyers face a choice that didn't exist back then: digital or disc. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what the $50 US price difference actually gets you. Having used PlayStation since the original console and PC gaming since I was about 10, I've experienced both ecosystems extensively, including the nearly decade-long shift to primarily digital distribution on PC. So let's get right into what you need to know before making your decision. Okay, so the most obvious difference is the disk drive itself. The digital edition features a sleeker, symmetrical design without the drive bulge on one side. If you're planning to display your console prominently in your entertainment system, the digital edition does offer a cleaner aesthetic. However, this difference is far less noticeable when the console is positioned horizontally. When it comes to the physical specs, the digital edition is slightly smaller and about 600 grams lighter. This minimal size difference rarely impacts your setup, but it could matter for extremely tight entertainment centers. Now, where things get a bit interesting is when it comes to the noise levels. Both versions produce fan noise during operation, especially during graphically intensive games and longer sessions. But the disc edition adds another layer of noise with the disc drive, which creates additional sound during installation and verification. As far as power consumption goes, I conducted a couple of quick tests using a smart plug to measure both models. The difference is minimal. The disc edition draws a tiny bit more power when it's reading discs, but during standard gameplay, both consoles draw pretty much the same amount of power, so I wouldn't say that this is a big deal to become a deciding factor. The standard prices at the time of making this video are $449 USD for the digital console and $499 USD for the disc edition, but recent regional price increases since April 2025 have affected some markets more than others. In the US, prices seem to have remained stable for now, but in the UK, Australian and New Zealand markets, we have seen an increase of about 3 to 8%. In Australia specifically, the PS5 digital is now sold at 750 Australian dollars, which is the same price the PS5 disc edition was at launch. Now, in these same regions, the cost of standalone disc drives have decreased. In Australia, the price has dropped by about $35. Now, when you're taking a look at the true cost difference, you should consider that the disc edition essentially contains a $50 4K Blu-ray player. If you are planning to purchase a standalone Blu-ray player either now or in the future, you've now got a shift in the value proposition. Resale value is another critical factor. So based on current secondary markets like eBay and Facebook Marketplace, disc editions, at least in Australia, consistently maintain 15 to about 20% higher resale value when you're comparing to the digital models of the same age and condition. So this means that you could potentially recoup much of that $50 premium if you ever do sell your console. The biggest functional difference is obvious, but it's worth emphasizing. The disc edition plays physical games and 4K Blu-ray movies, while the digital edition doesn't. Now, this isn't just about games. If you've got any interest at all in Blu-ray movies or you already own a physical movie collection, the disc edition is your only option. And when it comes to backwards compatibility, only the disc edition can play your physical PS4 games. If you've built a collection of PS4 discs over the years, you'll obviously need the disc edition to play them on your PS5, though both versions can play digital PS4 games you may have purchased. When it comes to storage management, both consoles require identical space for game installation. Disc-based games install completely to the SSD just like the digital games do as well. However, the disc edition does offer one advantage. While most games still require some downloading even with a disc, you typically download less data initially since most of it comes from the disc. And as far as travel and portability go, the digital edition has a slight edge. Without any physical media to transport, you can access your entire installed game library wherever you go. With the disc edition, you need to bring along any physical discs of the games you want to play, even if they're already installed on your console. Remote play functionality also differs between the models. When using remote play with the digital edition, you can access your entire installed game library with no problem at all. However, with the disc edition, if you don't have any digital games in your library, you can only play whatever physical disc you have in the drive at that moment. Now, if you have an extensive PS4 physical collection, the choice is pretty clear again. Only the disc edition supports these games. The ability to continue playing your existing library will easily justify that $50 premium. If you have limited internet access or you've got data caps, the disc edition offers significant advantages here. Physical games typically reduce the amount of data that you need to download during the installation process. For content creators like myself, the quieter operation with the digital edition can be a massive advantage when it comes to doing your recordings. I sometimes find myself having to pause a voiceover because the disc noise gets so loud it becomes disruptive to the recording. Many ask if digital games load faster than disc-based games, and the answer is no. Once a game is installed, they'll both perform identically since they run entirely off the SSD. The disc will only be used for license verification. Does the digital edition have more storage? No, both versions of the PS5 Slim come with the same 1TB SSD with approximately 825GB available for games. Now the system data does take up fluctuating space on your storage depending on how much you've got installed on your console, so you do always have the option of expanding your storage. So is one version more future-proof? It depends on your definition. The gaming industry continues to move towards digital distribution, and the reality is that physical sales decline each year. We're already seeing games like Black Myth Wukong launching digitally first, and upcoming titles like Ghost of Yotai offering digital codes even in their collector's editions. In saying that though, physical media does have advantages in ownership security over a digital license. A disc edition console will give you the option for both methods of distribution, which in my opinion will make it more flexible for uncertain future scenarios. Alright, now for most buyers, the decision will come down to these key factors. You will likely be able to justify the higher price with the disc edition if you own a physical PS4 game collection, you collect physical games or movies, you have limited internet access, you value the option to buy, sell or trade used games, and you want maximum flexibility with your distribution choices. On the other hand, the digital edition will make more sense if you already purchase all your games digitally, if you prefer a cleaner, symmetrical aesthetic, you value a lot less noise during operation, if you frequently travel and you like to take your console with you, you don't watch movies on Blu-ray discs or DVD discs, if you want to save $50 up front, and if you primarily plan to use PlayStation Plus for game access. So after weighing all the factors, I personally believe the disc edition is worth the extra $50 for most gamers in 2025. That extra $50 for the disc edition is buying you flexibility. You're gonna get the ability to play your old PS4 discs. You're going to get the ability to buy used games at discounts, and you're going to get the ability to watch your Blu-rays. The digital edition, on the other hand, will make sense if you never buy physical media or if you want to exclusively play PS Plus games. But like I said, in my opinion, for everyone else, the disc edition is the clear choice that will save you money in the long run. Now, what I want to know is which PS5 model do you own or are you planning to buy? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see a purely games focused deeper dive into physical versus digital games, check out my video linked in the description below. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.